Hey guys, welcome to this quick win on how to have a think like a leader time. You may not have heard that expression before, but let me unpack it for you. So where's the win? What's the win in this quick win? Well, I think if you take time out to reflect on your leadership, not just your actions, not just your tasks, not just what you're doing in your church, but to actually sit back and think like a leader. And I'm going to show you how to run one of these times and what it kind of means to actually have a think like a leader time. The win is that your leadership gets way better when you take this sort of action. So why have a think like a leader time? Well, I think the problem with leading in a church, being the pastor, being the leader, being a church leader, is that you're often involved in doing. You're preaching, you're preparing messages, you're visiting people, you're kind of working with people, you're doing all sorts of pastoral and church leadership activities, but you don't often sit back and think, I need to give thought to my ways. I love these proverb verses. Proverbs 14:8. The wisdom of the prudent is to give thought to their ways. The prudent give thought to their steps, says Proverbs 14:15. And Proverbs 21:29. The upright give thought to their ways. In other words, upright, wise, prudent people stop, reflect, and think about what they're doing. And you may have seen my personal reflection quick win, how to have one of those. If you haven't, check that out. This one is how to think like a leader, which has a different approach to it. So when should you have a think like a leader time? Well, I'd suggest at least every 6 to 8 weeks. And just for 45 minutes, sit down with the questions I'm going to give you in my Think Like a Leader toolkit. You're going to sit down and take 45 minutes every couple of months to think like a leader, and my toolkit will lead you through this process. What do you do in a think like a leader time? Well, basically, primary thing you do is ask yourself a bundle of questions. So here's the questions that are in the toolkit that's listed below. You can click on that, download the toolkit, and use that in your think like a leader time. So you'll ask questions like, how are we doing with vision fulfillment? When did I last cast vision? How effective was I at casting vision? I mean, we all know vision is a leadership thing. So you're really interrogating yourself, auditing yourself on how you're doing with thinking about vision, casting vision, and about fulfilling vision. What's the atmosphere? Another question, what's the atmosphere like in our Sunday services, in our office, in our leaders' meetings, in our small groups? Atmosphere is the thing that leaders need to think about and look at and think, how can we improve the vibe, the atmosphere? That's a leadership question and a leadership decision and a leadership moment right there. What should I stop doing? What should I start doing? This aspect of launching new things, this aspect of pruning and culling old things, that's leadership. You're leading your own life there. But you may also be asking about your church. What should we be stopping doing? What should we start doing as a church? What values should I heat up? When I look at our values, what are we low in at the moment? What's not working amongst our value system? What should I put some warmth on to get it happening better? What will we look like as a church in 2 years? That's a great leadership question. What will we look like? What will we be doing? How will we be operating? What will be different between now and then? And that's a challenging question, but that's the point of having a think like a leader time, is you get challenged about what you're doing and what you're focusing on. Where is leadership lacking in our church? Man, what a question that is. Where are we not leading well? Where is things not coming, where are things falling apart because of a lack of leadership? What awkward conversations am I avoiding? Leadership conversations with difficult people, difficult scenarios. What am I avoiding? There's others here I've got. You can look through the toolkit. How can our church structures, systems be improved? So again, you're taking the kind of 30,000 feet up in the airplane view and looking, how do things work together? Are things working together? And there's a bundle of other questions there in the toolkit, which you can download, which I would encourage you to do. Then you record your thoughts, your decisions, and your intended actions. What are you going to do out of that think like a leader time? Because you want to take some action. You want to do some things. And then last, book your first think like a leader time in your calendar. Do that right now. Go to your calendar, book in 45 minutes, a think like a leader time. Book it in for the next couple of weeks. Download the toolkit. It's right there below. There's the link. Download it down. check it out and have your first Think Like a Leader time. In fact, if you've got time right now, why not do it straight away? Anyway, give me some feedback in the comments and launch into your first Think Like a Leader time. God bless you. Thanks for watching today.